Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
It was my favorite class. For one of my favorite characters. And you happen to have my favorite combat, alright? My #1 favorite story class. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
What's up, brother?
Who's that voice?
Pardon, I got so excited. That's cute.
Over here.
Lenny, it's been too long. My brother from another mother or father.
To borrow
It's been
one of
too
the
long.
more popular turns of phrase at the moment,
Oh.
this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
Lenny is a charmer, man.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it. You must
Poisson.
be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Awesome.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Well...
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
Can we... Can you not? Ma'am, hi, but... Hot jump scare, good at... Wow. Oh, man. She's trying to... Bro, she's trying to get a reaction, all right?
You scared Paimon half to death.
That was good, VA. That was an actual good
you're
line.
here.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super confidential House of the Heart stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
She said, I ain't trying to get stringed up like a marionette today.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now. Of course, I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
So we're homies with, well, no, we're frenemies. No, we're enemy. No, we're rivals. Hateful brothers. Frenemies. We have a catty relationship with Scaramouche. A strange but brotherly relationship with Tartaglia. I was trying to figure out the right name for Scaramouche. It's catty relationship. A brotherly relationship with Tartaglia and acquaintance with Arlecchino. You know, we're a little curious.
I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future.
Nice to know, though, we might kill each other in the future. Good to know.
As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past.
Lenny, why are you looking so serious? Also, bro, Arlecchino's voice acting. It's really good. Really good. Arlecchino's voice acting is really good.
As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
Got it. Understood. So I'm gonna go grab a coffee real quick. Maybe, you know, catch up with the bestie Neuvillette. And,
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
the kid from her character demo or her animated show, or that would be depressing. So a sort of ghost story, huh?
Phantom child. Ooh, just hearing the name is giving me...
Yeah, Lenny is locked in, by the way.
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all.
Lenny, blink twice if you're being held hostage and you're grounded for the week. I got you, I'll break you out.
If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors.
At the very least, she really likes she enjoys us being around the kids. At the very least, right? She's like, nah, I actually really like your company with Lenny, Lynette, and Ferminet.
Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
I'll leave you to entertain our guests. Because he's the magician.
Of course, Father.
That's serious dad joke right there. It's okay, Paimon, breathe. Can't help but feel intimidated during the conversation with the Knave. Now that she's gone, I feel like I can finally breathe again. I feel you. She also suggested that we stick around for a few days, but why?
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings.
Hey, bro, damn.
You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy.
You know, we try. We try.
If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Hey.
All right. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay?
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today is the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
I need a... Yo, Arlecchino, Lynette, hey. Damn. The Riz is insane. Bromance or not, brother. Sheesh. I'm taking notes. Man. Be a house guest, yeah, I guess. Like... Wait, this one? Over here? Wait, over here. Over here. Well, that dive is crazy.
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
Appreciate you.
Awesome, thanks! So, where
Riz
are we
King
off
for
to
real.
now?
No, actually, bro.
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with. There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not.
Drop God, Paimon.
But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
Help Lenny distribute the supplies. Alrighty. Up we go. We go in style.
Here comes the finale.
What do we got?
Lenny, we're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
Look at Lenny. Look at Lenny. Lenny said, I'm right here. Oh, man.
No way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Oh, my God. I mean, I guess we did do a lot for
One at a
Confronting,
time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's all right! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous. Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father has? Hello. Mind blown. Lenny, I expected, not father.
Father told us about how you helped Linny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
What? 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 Whoa. That's crazy.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that he can move a mountain with his bare hands.
Bro, Arlecchino risen without even needing to be there. That's insane.
I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just 3 days. Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all!
Mine's also a bit of a stretch.
Oh, wait.
Maybe not yours,
When guests
but...
visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right? Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you. Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both.
Lenny.
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Lenny in the back's like, I learned that at the age of 3. You get used to it, dude. They're still rookies. It's not a gawk at her. I did it better than they did, you know, so.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know. I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
Wait, when you said gifts, Paimon didn't think you meant poison. But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them?
Father risen without being here, so that's where Lenny learned it from. Makes sense. Lenny learned from it and then capitalized on it. Further beyond.
Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
Lenny, what? Can we talk real quick in the back? That is not okay. We got Lenny, real quick. Older brother to older brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, real
All
fast.
right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts.
Listen. Let's not do that, okay? Paimon. Let's not do that. All right? We're not supposed to be taking anyone out, especially as kids. Paimon.
You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything.
I agree.
I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Yes, let's not kill anyone, okay? Just put food out at like 4 a.m. Paimon will come out. Poison. It's every time.
Really?
Absolutely. We definitely feel the love.
Awesome! It's been so long since we've had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
Well, we tried, chat.
Bye.
The attempt was made. That's something actually happens to her and she does something super sus, right?
talk just now.
It's like, it's normal. I learned that at the age of 4.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth.
Yep. This is why I said, like, Arlecchino is, like, a morally great character. On one hand, like, dude, she may be a great parent, but she also raised child soldiers. Literally. You know, like, and sends them on missions that are, like, life and death. Cause, you know, like, you know what I mean? But on the other hand, she did teach them how to defend for themselves, and they might have been next on the chopping block. Like, respectfully, I've had my arse handed to me multiple times when my dad was teaching me how to fight at the age of 4, because if I didn't, I was gonna get my teeth smashed in and my face smashed in every single week in New York City. And I'm grateful for it, because that didn't happen to me thanks to all the self-defense training I had. So it's like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta decide like what you're most comfortable with. It's you know, it depends. It's weird. It's complicated.
When Foltz was really young, he
Neither
strangled all of
or
his
is
family
right,
pets.
in my
Just
opinion.
out of
Ideally,
curiosity,
kids shouldn't be
he
in that
was labeled
situation
a dangerous
ever.
problem child and was
Period.
abandoned by his family.
You know?
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions.
Oh.
Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret.
Oh.
You really have to keep an eye on that one.
Oh. You can always go live someplace nicer. Yeah, if you got money to do so, by all means. By all means. There's a reason all my people aren't out of New York City yet. Not everyone has that privilege. That's privilege talking. Respectfully, kindly.
Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance.
Ah.
He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
Lenny canonically short man. He's short king. Wait, is he Shao height? It's the hat, right? Ah, it's the hat. It's the hat. Hold on. The eyes are right there. No, Shao's shorter. I had my finger on the eye. The eye goes down. He's still. It's okay, son. It's okay. It's okay. You'll get there. Your time is coming. Don't worry. We'll get you there, my boy. We'll get you there. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get you there. I thought Shao was my height this entire time. For like the longest time. And then I learned he's smaller than me, and I was like, what? Honey?
Filiol, supplies are here.
Yeah, it's crazy that he's Blade, Watanabe, and Lenny. It's wild.
Thanks. And who are these two?
And he fits Lenny
Outsiders?
really well. And Blade.
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about.
Yo, they kind of... Wait a minute. They kind of hype us up behind closed doors.
It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Damn, wait a minute.
Of course, we're making our way all across to that.
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Oh, and there's The Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting.
Interesting.
After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Hell yeah, good for you.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
I still need a timeline. I gotta do that.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
I mean, we got Lenny.
I heard that.
Hey.
Oh! Oops.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
Damn.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now.
Damn.
I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
Damn.
That's enough, Filial.
Damn. Tell them. Hey, you don't, excuse my language, you don't shit talk to siblings. Tell them. Tell them. Yeah, that. Sorry, I'm an eldest sibling. You don't. Yeah.
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Hey, respect. That's the boy. That's the. I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Well,
oh man.
that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here.
Better not surprise.
You're right. We're only here as guests after all. Oh, Lenny's getting super far ahead.
Respect for Lenny. Hell yeah. You don't talk about the fam like that, whether you like them or not. Like, hey, if you got problems, like, take the beef up, like, in front of them. You know, confront them about it. But you're all sneaky behind it.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far?
They certainly got a lot of personality.
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Well, I should probably get cooking. Want to join?
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Fremine, what are you doing here?
You're trying to get away from being grounded from Father as well. I got you. Just let me know when.
Hey, nice to see
I'll
you
bust
again.
you out. Blink twice. I got you. Once.
You too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
Twice. I got you. Say less.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Seafood soup?
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
And this is where it gets revealed that he's been hiding the ghost.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water...
Lenny's not dumb. Come on.
Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for?
Elder brother.
You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware. And you were
Elder
just going
sibling.
to come eat with us.
Senses right there.
So what's this all about?
Yeah.
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know? And...
You're a terrible liar, bro.
Fremine.
I'm sorry. As an elder sibling, as the eldest, I'm getting a kick out of this, bro. I'm sorry. This is like... Bro, I'm having flashbacks, dog. Oh, man, this is taking me back. Holy.
You remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work.
Damn.
Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
Paimon's learning. Oh, my heavens.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face.
Big brother's brothering.
Whatever happened, does it have something to do with Father?
Big brother's brothering, yeah.
Yes. Just follow me.
Big brother's brother. The way he read him, bro, that's such a mood. Oh. Okay. Just like that. What? Just like that.
Clervie, see to her.
Oh, okay. I want cake.
Oh my god, no! Oh, this is gonna be complicated, bro. This is gonna be oh no.
You want some?
Sure. You must know spiders don't eat cake.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The birds soar from their cage. Sunbeams filter through the foliage. Flames grow with immortal courage. And I hope you won't be tainted by fate. Nothing to fear, so go alone.
Do mothers usually argue with their daughters?
I have all the questions, bro.
Colored light dances in the sky at night. When we're grown up, shall we go see it together? You will be a great king. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Oh, bro, and dude, all the questions, bro. All the questions,
I wonder what my dear sister Lynette is doing right now.
right?
Missing me to death.
Damn, missing me.
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Oh no, bro. What? How? Like a shadow?
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you.
Damn it. There's no way. Oh, it's. Oh, fudge. It's gotta be. There's no way. How? I'm so confused. All the questions.
Sunbeams filter through the foliage. Flames grow with immortal courage.
No. Oh my god.
You can call me Clervie.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Clervie?
It's nice to meet you. Does that name ring any bells, Linny?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in.
The fact that he remembered every single name in the House of Hearth is insane, but also hella respect.
She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't told Father, have you?
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
Brother.
For how long?
About half a month now.
Bro. Dude. Okay. For one, you haven't told father for half a month. For two, you haven't told any of your siblings for half a month? Dog. I mean, respect for him pulling it off for half a month, but like, dude.
So ever since we got to Poisson then, do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, yo, this might be my favorite quest. Oh my god, I'm biased. I'm a sibling guy, so...
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that.
Oh, bro.
Linny, don't you remember last year? Chapleau nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is, that was her?
Bro, why?
She was the one who spoke to you that night?
She's been haunting the House of Hearth in general. Like actively, not just like the little time that Arlecchino mentioned earlier, but just in general. She's been protecting the members. Dude! Because she didn't want anything to happen. Ah, damn. That's depressing.
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clervie were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
Literally like, oh, God. Fudge.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clervie in danger.
Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Yeah, y'all do that. We'll be here. You know it's about to go the hell down if it's like private brother to brother talk.
Those two sure care a lot about each other.
God damn it. Thank you.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where... No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that.
I'm not gonna get to this quest. I'm not. I'm gonna die, bro. Oh my god, bro.
I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last.
Damn. What do you mean?
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
I'm sorry, Linny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I, for one, wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
Why didn't you tell? Why, bro? You need help. Like, you call the brothers up. Like, we supposed to back you up through heaven and hell.
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny.
Yeah.
You called me brother, just like Lynette.
He about it. That. He gets it.
We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest.
He gets it.
Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood.
That's the goat. That's the real one.
You and Lynette are the most important people in my life.
Tell him.
No one can replace you.
I'm gonna cry.
So I won't let you face anything alone. Not if I can help it.
That's the real distillery right there. Yep. That's the boy.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between Linny and Fremine.
Ah, bro, let them have their moment.
Oh, it's raining. I should put my clothes away.
I mean, she's a spirit, so I guess.
Harriet? Huh. Looks like she's not here either.
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. No. No.
It's time to leave.
No.
So long as the audience thinks that...
Why does a ghost need food? Bro, I need food even if I was dead and I couldn't taste it. I'm so for real. But, like...
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Oh, wait a minute, Fremine.
Everything's fine.
No, they're having a brother heart's heart.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
This is, respectfully, this is not what you say to that. Sometimes having guests around can come in handy. That is not the way you handle that situation. You say, totally understood. Wish you the best of luck. If you need anything, let me know. And you respect the space. Just so we're clear. This is a little like, I don't know, a little weird, too cheeky.
What are you getting at, Traveler?
I know the intention is good, but...
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior.
Yeah, a little too front, yeah.
Any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Listen, Linny said it the way that it should have been said. You know what I mean? Like... Oh, exactly.
Just...
Linny is the master of words, right. That's the correct way to say that.
I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this.
Shinakuma, thanks for the follow. Tiny
From now
Infinity.
on,
Welcome, welcome.
I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
Me too.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clervie over to Father, then our only
Real
other
ones.
option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down.
The only problem is it's tied directly to Father.
That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
I'll just wait for the bottom mess off the stream. Enjoy UD Shikuma. Have a good one. Thanks for vibing. Thanks for hanging out.
Tried that already.
And?
And nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but after some time, she just reappeared. She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she...
Well, sounds like it's
Where,
worth a
where
shot.
did you remember that?
Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish.
Us.
First,
Us, Paimon.
Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Of course. I promise.
Oh, yeah, Miko quest. Yeah, Miko.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3.
So cute.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. I swear.
Boss, are you fast reading since you're skipping voice lines? I mean, yeah, but I'm mainly skipping Paimon's lines. That's like, really? I'm right here. Yeah, you were just gonna have a sibling moment without me? Nah, see how it is. All right. That's such a mood, bro.
Whoa!
That's such a mood.
Lynette!
Such a mood.
But what a surprise!
Oh.
What brings you here, dear sister?
It's like me with my middle brother. The next in line would be the middle brother of us, and this is literally us to a T, dude.
And, when
exactly did you get here?
did you get here?
I'm not dealing with your BS, all right?
You're an idiot, brother.
Damn.
And you too, Fremine.
It's always the middle one that's like cooking the oldest and the youngest, bro. Holy hell. Every time. Every time. This is literally my younger brother to a T. He comes in, he's like, really, you two? Really? My
You 3, Traveler.
Damn!
And you 4, Paimon.
What? Me? I would have told you if you were around, but you know, you always say that direct all things to, you know, Lenny instead of,
Wait,
you
what
know,
did we do?
I didn't do anything.
I've seen Clervie around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out you were just hiding her.
Damn.
I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
Lenny is like, God damn. Involved. I tried to.
If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
PTSD.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette.
Oh my God.
Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Claire, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Blackmail. Such a silly move, such a silly move. The audacity. Blackmail, bro. I'm just saying, snitches get stitches. You know? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but like, why you gotta be snitching? The thing is, in my family, it's crazy. So like, In my family, you get praised for letting the parents know, but then all three of you then get grounded for snitching. So it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't moment. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, thank you for letting me know about a situation that like you guys couldn't handle. But you also snitch, so also the three of you are grounded because you don't snitch on each other. That's not what happens. So it's like it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't moment. You know, like. Oh man.
She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Well, she's a spirit. So like.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clervie can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clervie, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clervie.
Hello.
Clervie, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The Knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be.
Yeah, she's talking about Mother, I think. Yep, 100%. This is such a Promised Neverland story parallel. There's so many.
In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster. Unless it's the roster of people who've been executed. Wait, does that mean the Knave...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
I can't. Actually, so depressing. Oh my god, this is such a Honkai-esque, like... This is not Honkai-esque, this is just Hoyo. This is Hoyo to a T. This is Hoyo, like... letting loose.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Me neither.
Clervie, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. Maybe we should try a different approach. Clervie, do you have a wish?
A wish?
It can be anything you want.
Why'd you
Just
smile like
imagine.
that? I'm just curious.
It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
It's about to be like to go to Snezhnaya with Perry.
To go outside.
Oh, that's the problem.
Where the sun can find me. That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough. The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Is that a reference to the Red Moon? The Eye?
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up, I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clervie outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clervie was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clervie. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
This, by the way, is such a healthy sibling dynamic. A lot of siblings fall into the trap of, oh, put everything on the eldest sibling, and the eldest sibling should direct everything. That's the worst thing you can do. Especially if there's multiple siblings in a sibling relationship, be it blood or not, like the most healthy thing you can do is, okay, each one of you have a skill set that you are best at. You should let the person with the best skill set take charge for that situation, whether that's the youngest sibling or the eldest sibling. The only thing that differentiates the eldest sibling between the youngest sibling is the weight of the consequences of said responsibility lies with the eldest sibling. They need to take the brunt of the hit because the youngest is still developing, right? But this is such a healthy dynamic. Such a healthy dynamic. It's also very hard to foster this, by the way. Like, I'm blessed and thankful enough to have this with my siblings, but the amount of like psychological weird parenting that my dad had to do to drill this in all three of our heads is very non-standard, to say the least. You know what I mean? It was very much like you guys look out for each other more than anyone else in the family and more than us. And there was just a lot of things where, like, at the time you're like, bro, why the hell did we do that? But now that I'm older, I'm like, whoa, that also kind of led us to having the great relationship that we have. It's very weird. In a similar sense, like Father and the Knave. Like, Father is very strict and stern, but one of the biggest directives that she's always had with, especially these three more than any of the other members of the House of Hearth, is like, you guys look out for each other through thick and thin, no matter what. If one of you guys are in a bind, like, it's an automatic order to help the other one out, you know?
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky.
Yeah, the pressure of having responsibility over the younger siblings is awful. It gets to you, and I've seen what it's done in Assist, and she's had a mental break. It does after effects. Yeah, it's tough. It really is. Like, I'm lucky that my two younger siblings have come out pretty good for the most part, but even then, like, it's a lot. I've carried both my younger siblings in my arms since they were babies. You know what I mean? Bro, I got stories, like, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. No regrets at all. I could go back in time and, like, all the moments where, like, it felt like it was a lot, I would do the exact same decision, no hesitation.
Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
You're right. I love how they explain this briefly with Lenny back in the prison Archon quest. Yes, and that was the reason for that, right? It's like, it's a tough situation to be in because on one end, like, hey, you're pushing up on Risley's territory, which is why I had the hot take in the community of like, hey, everyone's hating on Risley when, like, he's just defending his home. The Fatui keeps sending in agents, and it's like, he sent a few warnings like, hey, stop coming to my home territory or we're going to have problems. They didn't listen. It's only natural for Risley to be like, all right, you guys didn't learn your lesson the first 2-3 times with your first few agents. I'm going to have to teach you a lesson with Fremine, right? But on the other hand, it's like, as the eldest sibling as Linny, you can't just leave Fremine in enemy territory. You got to bring him out no matter the consequences. So, you know, definitely a very morally gray situation, but totally understand both sides.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong.
You think I can sneak a bird away from her gaze?
Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst-case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
Respect! Oh my god, literally, he already was one of my favorites, but like...
You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby. I really hope this goes well. No, it has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
This is a good, healthy example of like, this is why you can't overthink. It has to go well. There's no overthinking it. There's no other... If it doesn't go well, damn. It has to.
Clervie, I'd like to take you somewhere. Is that okay with you?
Sure. Where are we going?
This is such a healthy showcase of a good sibling dynamic. Whoa. You don't see these often. Again, it's not to say that, you know, even these sibling dynamics are perfect. Like, we all make mistakes. I definitely wasn't the perfect eldest sibling by any means. There's so many things I could have gone back and been like, dude, you could have handled that situation way better. Way better. You know? But you do what you can. You do what you can. To live and learn. I knew you because I watched your slice on Billy. Hey, if you're in love, welcome to the chat. Wait, do you watch Fury the show? Even on Billy? Billy likes to trace your slice to see HHH. What is HHH? Just to represent a hello from Billy. Thank you. It's appreciated. Thank you. Yes! Oh, I love Furin. It's a really good show. It's one of my favorites. Furin and Link Click is like two of my favorite shows that I've seen recently. Okay, we'll go over here. Sorry for like me geeking out and gushing over my siblings, fam. I adore my family a lot. I truly do. And with the whole like sibling story, you know, gets me a little emotional. Is Link Click good? I haven't heard it much about it, but it seems cool. It's really good. If you like Free Ren, it's that type of show. It's very a life philosophical type of show, with a good amount of action every now and then. It's the boy, Tartaglia. That's my bro. My dude. Oh my god. Mr. Worldwide, let's go. Yes. Wait, for a picture. Hold on. We gotta hide. Hold on. They don't see me. Okay. Nobody make a move. Okay. Yo, this is a rare once-in-a-lifetime picture. The primordial one would have never predicted this interaction. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay.
This is no time for distractions.
Sorry.
Seriously, you have a great magician standing right here.
That's
You don't want to miss the best part, do you?
I know, my bad.
It's the Knave and Child.
My bro, my god, my dude. How you doing?
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Aren't you supposed to be like, you know, traveling through a portal? Like, are you okay? Did Skirk throw you that hard?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
She threw you that hard? Did your ribcage break? Talk to me.
I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya. And well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
That's the bro!
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
Did you get your vision back, by the way? I gave it to Arlecchino.
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the Knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay, so have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
We're two insanely hot individuals sharing the exact same screen. This is insane. And then, like, Skirk mentioned in the brain, like, bro, this is crazy. Holy hell.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
A traveler thinks that Paimon has a really good point.
The worst of it is over.
I don't need you dying on me, brother.
It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink.
Is that
They
a
didn't go
problem?
down easy,
Father,
let me tell you.
Arlecchino?
Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. Sort of project.
Chills and pain. I think she gave you the poison. I think,
Project Stuja?
so hot. Project Stuja.
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regretter's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
That's the boy.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well.
She said, what a sweet little daydream that is. Oh. Oh, man. This is like me talking to my pops. I'm like, yo, I could beat you in a sparring match now. And he's like, what'd you say? Huh? I can beat you in a sparring match now. You? Like, with one of my hands tied behind my back? I'm like, no, like both hands. You beat me. You're 10 years too young for that. I'm like, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way he was like, you. That was this. What a sweet little daydream that is.
Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
One I could do without, I'd say.
There's some... what's the word? Camaraderie between Arlecchino and Tartaglia that I didn't expect.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Yeah, like trash talking their colleagues behind their backs. Yeah. Like, do you see that? Like there's a sense of camaraderie there. I didn't expect that from the two of them. At all. Interesting. actually like each other when they're trash talking the others. No, but that's not the only thing, though, is like, Arlecchino doesn't sound like she's annoyed with Tartaglia, more just curious. Like, looking out for him. I could be wrong, but, like, I completely misunderstood their, relationship.
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well, we just,
You know, just wanted to learn more about you.
Right! We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you!
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Tartaglia, help a brother out.
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra.
Good question. I'd also like to know.
My man. That's my guy. That's my bro. My man. I got our back.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that. Now, can we?
She's good. She's good. She's good. She's good.
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Yeah, I agree. That was good. That was good. I gotta take notes, bro.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
Wait, that's such a cute profile picture. Oh my god. If the Knave leaves right now, she's sure to run into Linny and Clervie. Yeah, have I ever mentioned how pretty your eyes look in the sun or something, you know? Or, wow, the red on your outfit's like a rose. Haha, that's so crazy because you use rainbow roses, right? About the House of Hearth, what does the organization mean to you?
I'd also like to hear the answer to this.
My man. If nobody's got me, Child's got me. That's my boy.
I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser.
That's the way, man. That's my guy. That's my bro. Oh my god.
Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
Aw, he's such an older brother, dude. Aw.
And why would I betray them?
She didn't like that. And she was serious about that. That was like a genuine, like, I would never even consider that. Why the hell would you even say that to me? Whoa! That was cute as hell.
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
Yeah, for good reason, though. Oh, shit. Child's been manipulated. No, Child doesn't want to fight. He's being manipulated. Do you not see this? He's being fed the wrong information. Guys, he's being fed the wrong information so that he has a bad image of Arlecchino. How are you not seeing this? See? And she's like, one, why do you know that I betrayed the House of Hearth back in the day? Two, why are you acting as if my betrayal was a bad thing? Because it wasn't. Who told you about that? Where did you get that information? Bro, Tartaglia's being mad gaslit by now. Now the question is it Monopoly Man or is it the banker? I would like to say I was completely wrong about Arlecchino as a character. She's very morally great, not good, not bad, but I thought she was evil. She clearly, she actually, I don't know if the word is cares, but looks out for Child a lot more than I thought, sorry. Or Dottore. Dottore could be manipulated.
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
He's being fed lies. Interesting. Okay, so Monopoly Man. I really don't like him. Got it. Got it. I hate people that backtalk behind each other's back. All right, got it. It was Mr. Monopoly. The Knave betrayed the House of Hearts. So does that mean what Clervie said was true? The Knave really treats her children like... No.
Wait. Did you really do something bad to those kids?
She's so good looking. Shoot. Okay.
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Now she's feeding... or she's fishing for what misinformation he's been given.
Ah, well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I hate...
I see.
Scara was right about him. Yup.
Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Whoa, look at Tartaglia picking up on that, though. Whoa, props to him. He picked up on the social cues and he's like, he's lying to me.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue.
I'm falling. Damn it. I can respect that. I can respect that. The fact that she's like...
Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous.
This is a great, example of someone that is aware of a morally gray action that they took, and they're just like, it's not up for me. Like, in life, it's not up to you to get another person to like you. The truth will come out eventually, right? State the truth, stick to the truth. The truth is what matters at the end of the day. This is what Arlecchino stands by. This is what this knave stands by. It's not my duty or responsibility for you to like me. I could care less. I know what happened, and you can get that information, and you can perceive me how you want to perceive me. I will continue moving throughout the world with my truth. And eventually, the truth of the matter is, Tartaglia will eventually learn what that is, and he's already picked up on the fact, based off of social cues, oh, the way that the rooster has told me these lies isn't exactly how it went down. And the fact that she knows he picked up on that, she's like, I don't need to clear that up with you. You'll come up with your own conclusion, and you'll realize and come to the same conclusion that I did. I can respect that. I like this. This is a good quest.
Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things.
Yes.
When the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate.
Interesting.
People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives.
Not born in
Who wouldn't want to save their
Fontaine.
homeland, after all.
Glitch in the system? Wait a minute.
The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good man. Good mans. Admit the fact that you were wrong and admit that you held some prejudices. Good mans. He could have easily have said I was manipulated or I was told, you know, lies and stuff like that and like ran away from it and blamed it on the rooster. When at the end of the day, even though, yes, he was fed the wrong information, at the end of the day, he still had the wrong misconception about another individual. You got to own up to that. Good mans. Good mans.
Good. Like I said.
See?
I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
And she appreciated that.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand.
That was... Oh my god. What, bro, what? This? Whoa. You know who Arlecchino reminds me of that I also had a big misconception of when I first met them? Raven. In HI3. A lot more depth than what meets the eye. A lot more depth than what meets the eye.
Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Spoken like a true parrot. Oh, man.
Okay. I get the picture.
He's like, do not add more potential overthinking stresses to me. Not him stressing already. He's already trying to get to share story after story about his siblings. It's the type of conversation that would usually leave you falling asleep, but you find yourself so grateful for Child for buying you time.
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Dagla, please take care of yourself, brother. Did you notice that Arlecchino was about to leave like 2 to 3 times in that conversation, and the only thing that kept her there was Tartaglia talking about his siblings? That's the only thing that held her attention. She tried to navigate away from the conversation multiple times. She sidestepped the traveler, fed him a different topic in order to get out, was walking away, but the one thing that held her interest was Tartaglia talking about how their siblings were doing. I have completely misunderstood Arlecchino as a character. Fascinating. A bit of a spoiler, but Arlecchino's voice line with Tartaglia is wholesome as F. No, that's awesome. That makes sense. I get more... I completely misunderstood their relationship. She has, like, elder sibling / auntie vibes with Tartaglia.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna kill over.
I'm gonna die. This is like...
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
And he is coming to realize how good she is.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
Okay. Just take the compliment.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
Fascinating. What a complex character.
We should probably get going too.
Again, just so we're clear, she's not like an angel. She's not a morally good, heroic character. She is very much a morally gray character, but she is someone that is heavily in both the good and bad. A very, very raw, human, complex character. I love it.
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Well, you see,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she's...
Paimon, please shut up. Respectfully.
I wonder if...
She's right there.
Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
Chaotic good, I guess. I wouldn't say chaotic. She's not a chaotic character. Very much just a neutral anti-hero. I don't know if anti-hero. Anti-hero. Like, she's willing to cross lines a hero should not cross for the sake of what she considers good. Lawful evil, not evil. Not evil. I wouldn't say chaotic neutral either. Dropping the baton off, my brother. Thanks for the memories. Are you done? Are you done with the sub? Enjoy freedom. Let me know what it's like. If you see a tree somewhere, just take a picture and send it to me. See you in 18 years, man. I'll see you. I'll see you. Oh, man. Hey, cheers. Congrats on the subathon. Hopefully it went well. And we got to catch up. We got to catch up. You should have stayed in longer, though. You should have stayed in longer. I'm glad you got to get out, though. Glad you got to get out.
I wonder what
true neutral
is doing right now.
I don't know about true neutral. I had so much fun. Heck yeah. Also, real quick, really happy to see you're streaming more and you're making more YouTube content. Congratulations. Like, you're gonna pop the hell off. Way more than you already are. I hope you know that. You're very much built for content. The subathon only further proves that. Just saying. Sincerely. Sincerely. Cheers. Cheers. Also, chat, go subscribe to our YouTube channel, okay? Pretty please. We gotta break Billy. Actually, no, for real, we do. One of these days, it should be you, me, Island, and we all go for like a Chinese event and like, I don't know, have a trio meetup. That would be dope. At like a big, I don't know, like Genshin Fest or Hoyo Fest or something. That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Seeing is believing.
And you could be, yeah, no, for real, we should do that. Yo, wait, actually, we should do that. I'm serious. If you're ever down for that, like, I'll pay for Island's ticket. I'm so serious. Dude, you're going to, wait, when are you going to Shanghai? Because I'm going to Shanghai in May. Island, great, I got to deal with them too. End of May? Oh, you're going end of May. Are you there for a while? I'm going to end of April. Maybe we all go into end of May? I don't know. Maybe. We'll talk. We'll see. But it's got to be the trio. Island, great. I got to deal with them too. We're going through Shanghai and we're like, shop. Island's like, yo. It's like 6 p.m. We should go back to the hotel. Oh, man. My brother's graduation in Thailand in mid-May, and after I go to China, so heck yeah. Let's get Island's fiance tag along. Dude, that's a great idea. That would be dope.
This is
That
no
would be
time
cool.
for distractions. Seriously, you have a great magician standing right.
Sorry, I apologize. Island's introvert energy draining faster. Oh, man. Wait, 2 Arlecchinos. Oh my god. Wait. I'll stop disturbing. You're not disturbing. You're never a bother. See you in 500 years. Have a good one. Cheers. Salutes. Have a fantastic day. You're never a bother, by the way. And if I don't respond, just multi-ping me. I'm sorry. I'm horrible at checking messages. I'm working on it. We're still doing a terrible job. Oh my god. Double the Arlecchino. Bro. Beautiful. The different moods of Arlecchino. 500 years prophecy. Whoa. Hey. We're not going to 500 days, all right? It's not happening. We're not doing it. It's not gonna happen. Wait, no. Wait. I like. Wait. I wanted to talk one more time. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold. You will? The council has you as the main focus? No, it doesn't. You've been distracted by Duck. Charlie. Okay, this soundtrack with Arlecchino there is not helping, bro. It's not helping, bro. It's like...
Oh, you decided to stay a little longer. Let's take in the ocean view together, then.
That's where Lenny gets it from. Got it. Got it. I haven't recovered from that. Oh my god, bro. Wow. That's crazy. Wow.
Lenny, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clervie can't go into the sunlight.
What do you mean?
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her. But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... Well, we could always try pushing her into it.
Not sure pushing works on a non-corporeal being.
Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look.
Oh man, she found the list. Wait a minute.
Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
A lot of pages. Oh hell no.
We can each take a section. Here.
La Pouillade, L'Endroit, Chambert. Oh, yikes. That our rare guy has a huge scar?
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said
That's
any
sad.
future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Back to bed. Good night, footstool. Sleep well.
Well, I asked
Rest
if there
up.
was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended.
Ouch.
It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Wait, so that means the Knave, she...
All the questions.
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
I know what that's like. Some things cannot be said. Unless told through a fictional medium.
Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine.
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filiol are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud.
Yeah.
People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filiol and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filiol and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clervie.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clervie's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for.
True.
Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
People want to believe what they want to believe.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
There it is again.
Whoa. Hold on a second. What's this Project Stuja?
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrator have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding.
Interesting.
It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
Usually how it is.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife.
Yes.
You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying, and that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions. I thought resolving the Clervie situation would make everything go back to normal. But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filiol and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filiol and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clervie for now. Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filiol and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Uh-oh, that's not a good camera perspective. Uh-oh. Someone might have been peeping. Mind races with all sort of thoughts as you try to rest.
Oh, hey, you don't think the Knave will be too angry with Lenny and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you? She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler? Trustee's effort, Traveler.
Oh, look, it's Clervie.
Look over there.
What's she doing over there?
Let's catch up with her before anyone sees.
Oh, Arlecchino is literally like all over. Huh? What? Clervie. Hey. Hey.
Over there.
What? Oh no. Sea breeze rendezvous? Wait. Who's enjoying the sea breeze right now? Wait.
Where is she going? If someone sees her, we're toast.
Wait. Roll. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the fam. Winter, Skywolf, good to have you. 1-1. Hold on. Wait. Stamina. Okay. I'm not gonna make it, am I? Am I? Nice.
Oh, look! She stopped!
Moon.
Shh. I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is.
There's nothing here.
Only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right? Please, help us get on the same page here, Clervie. Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision. Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value.
The doctor.
You're handed over to the doctor. Experimented on. Given a fate worse than death.
That's the deal.
I've seen it happen.
That's why the current House of Hearth has so much pressure, because I bet you Arlecchino is not handing the kids over to the doctor. So you put a little bit of pressure on the House of Hearth, and you force her into a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Where they become a key role in Project Streza, however you say it. As a, you know.
You're saying the Knave did all that? It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross.
Oh, is there ads playing? I'm gonna use the Russian while there's ads playing. Hold on. I'll be right back. That chat note for the people that couldn't hear me. Okay. All right, cool. It's always the Tory, am I right?
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Yeah, so she's still stuck in the past.
Person. They all think of her like a real mother.
Yep.
Mother?
Yeah, so she's still here as a spirit.
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Mm-hmm.
Perry. There's that name again. Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else. Well, in any case, she looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot. It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight.
I'd love to see it.
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. We should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
For some time, Clervie seems to come back to herself. Gives a big smile and goes off on her
Paimon
own.
really doesn't understand what's going on with her. Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
The night passes.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Before we do that, I have a question.
Oh? What is it?
The Knave and the Doctor ever worked together?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran and we met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
You know, human experimentation, children abduction, yada yada yada.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership.
Right how even between the Fatui, people don't like the Doctor.
I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clervie was talking about?
I don't think so.
Maybe related to her herself and the curse?
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together.
The Doctor, the one with the snake around his neck, or is it a different one? Different one. That's the guy with the big old beak. The Doctor. Big old beak. Yeah, Baiju has the snake. He's not a Harbinger. Yeah, he's not a Harbinger. The Penguin, not the Penguin. The Doctor is not the Penguin. That's Monopoly, man. The Torre is the Doctor, if that helps.
The details of the experiment are confidential, but
thank you.
complete
Yes.
records are kept on all
There's
participants.
a lot of them, so it's hard to keep track.
That doesn't seem to be the
They
case
also have
with
a
the
lot of
situation
nicknames.
Clervie referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clervie seems to think the Knave and the Doctor work together to do something horrible. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clervie. The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone. All right, let's get to it.
Yeah, this is totally the perspective from Arlecchino. She's totally watching. In those perspectives is my take.
Where are we going today?
Let's try somewhere further away this time.
Okay. Go to the seaside. Look for the Knave. I don't want to climb, so... Doctor, yeah, the Doctor's old. Very old. Very, very old. Which is kind of scary. Not gonna lie. I guess the better question is, which Doctor are you asking for? Oh, man. Zelda, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the
it's
fam.
you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
Something along those lines.
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles.
That's a fish. That's a hook. She's fishing right now.
So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions?
Okay. All right. My bad. Sorry. You know. All right. And we're dead. And she knows. That's the type of shit that my dad would do with me. Yep. He asked the same questions. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That's the damn. Mm-hmm.
Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
It's saying your first rodeo, boss. It's not my first rodeo. I know. I know.
Us? Distract you? A good one. But no. We were just here for a chat.
That love was great, Plymouth.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere? Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
Wild. Yeah.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
So you know everything then?
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all, a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient.
It's literally me and my dad, bro. Holy hell. My dad can read me like a book. It doesn't help that we have the same personality. So, like, he literally knows my train of thought because it would just be his train of thought. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the most frustrating thing ever. It's so frustrating. You have no idea. Like, he will literally, like, deduce exactly what happened, even though he wasn't even there, or just from, like, what would I do in that situation? Oh, this would happen, this would happen, this would happen. Does that all sound about right? And I'm just there, like, yeah.
Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
Dog, I would not release the pigeon that soon.
Oh,
I would
good idea.
wait.
Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia.
I
Paimon
would
doesn't want
wait.
to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on... Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Linny and the others are on thin ice, so
Like... That, son, I already know what you'll think, because you're reminding me, yeah, it's the most frustrating thing ever. It's so frustrating. You have no idea. You can't even begin to comprehend. It's just like, dude. The amount of times, like, he got called to the school because I got into a fight. And he's like, so who was around? I'm like, what? Who was around? Yeah, you know, two of my buddies. Anyone you knew? It's just two of my buddies. Someone you didn't know? Yeah.
Seeing as we
got
still
it.
have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait.
Yeah, sounds great. Sounds fantastic.
I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine. Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
That was a great voice acting line. Oh, man. That was amazing. Oh, that was actually good peak voice acting.
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
There's really no other way to solve the issue.
I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
Why do you look so stressed?
But that's awful.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clervie in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove.
Spoken like a true father. Oh, man. That throws me back with my pops. Damn.
If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
The deal, then.
Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Got it.
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
Reminds me of that time I got away with something, because I did get away with something. And my dad knew. And he was like, am I mad at you? 100%. Got away with it, though. I got nothing to show that you actually did what you did. But I know. And it's like, ah! He's like, I respect you for pulling it off. That's the story for another day. You were right. He did release it too early. I mean, bro, it's like listen. For a parent that knows you and can read you like a book like that, you wouldn't want to release it that soon. You would wait a long while. You know? A long while. What a really good quest. Fascinating character. Absolutely in love with this story writing of Fontaine. They've been killing it. It feels like a different game almost. This is awkward. Wow. Got it. Cool. And Clervie, hey. Man, this is very awkward.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect.
Ugh.
Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
She brought me here.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
She said, I'm gonna go make a tea real quick.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
Because it would provide a great opportunity for them to grow.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette, so allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
Good deal.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing. Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
He set a legal trap for her, and she beautifully maneuvered that, by the way. It was like, I just want to make sure that these assassinations aren't going to continue happening, but she never admitted to them, and she's never been found guilty for them. So for her to admit to it would have given him a huge win in bringing that up in a case.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Yeah, that's the one in her PV, uh-huh.
Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Interesting.
I believe I've told you before that my emotions easily resonate with those of others. Yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense any aspect of her emotional state. Her mind is like a still body of water. Who knows what darkness lies in its depths, and the lack of ripples on the surface gives nothing away. It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being, or whether it's an incredible strength of will that gives her the ability to master her emotions. Either scenario, however, suggests she is a very dangerous individual. I do not expect an explanation as to why you two are by her side. Whatever your reasoning, I would only advise you to take caution.
I'm assuming that's a failsafe in case things go wrong, and also to make sure that there's opportunity for the growth of the children to go smoothly. That's my take. That's my guess.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only heard—
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you?
Knave may seem relaxed, but she didn't seem to be joking earlier when she said those who betray their organization must pay with their lives. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. Or should we stop her? No, there's something else. We should figure that out first. Well, we were talking in front of the Palais Marmonia. She mentioned Clervie's name. Does that mean she knew where Clervie was the entire time? Maybe she even anticipated how Lenny and the others were going to act.
Oh, shoot. Are you all right? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going.
I also wasn't paying attention.
Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
On the house.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
On the house. Oh, smooth.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some for the family, but...
Go on with the scar, yep.
I can
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
Hold on.
On the house, like we said.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with Mora. It's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
He made it out. Hard to make it out, man.
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless.
My theory is the list is literally those who have been let go from the houses in retirement. Actually, it's like we said earlier, right? The conversation with Neuvillette is to make sure that the growth of the children goes by smoothly.
That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even
That's
answer
the
some
guess,
of your
anyways.
questions. You're quite curious about Clervie, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden?
Dive with the bird! Thank you, thank you!
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Damn.
Then what can you possibly...
I just finished this quest. It's so good. Dude, I'm engrossed.
The
This
most
is beautiful.
important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
Your condition, let's hear it.
Wonderful. Here it is. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes?
That is for you to decide.
We accept your condition.
Then we have a deal. Follow me.
What a fascinating character. Very much like that. That is so interesting. I mean, when you're in this line of business, though, you gotta... Really good story writing. Follow the Knave to the Nameless Ruins. Nameless Ruins, here we are. Oh, nothing bad could have happened over here. Am I right, chat? Definitely not a kick to the gut. And storytelling, surely not, right? Surely. Surely. Charlie. Jory White, welcome back for 2 months. Charlie.
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you.
Wonder why we're here. Probably to give kick to the gut type of storytelling feeling, you know?
It was before I became a harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clervie and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
You were the one that killed Clervie?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clervie's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clervie was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth.
Effed up, by the way.
From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the Knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clervie's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house. Clervie was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, That depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clervie was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clervie was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clervie tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
Despite being Clervie's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clervie to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally.
Hello, Twitch, coming from Billy Billy. Welcome, Shishia.
Clervie did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clervie's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Perouere.
Wait, the friend that Clervie mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clervie was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Perouere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clervie longed for freedom, Perouere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clervie told Perouere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed.
And his father.
There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clervie proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Perouere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Perouere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Perouere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clervie rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clervie never gave another reason, but Perouere could see it written all over her face. Clervie still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross. If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained. Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Perouer, the very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle, but ultimately, Clervie decided to let Perouer end her life. From that moment on, Perouer's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled, and there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Killing the person at the top.
Who's Sabina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Perouer killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared.
Damn.
The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Perouer won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name.
Arlecchino.
Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clervie was talking about... It was you all along.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father.
Not the only time you use the concept of new identity, am I right?
And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
The Clervie we met, though, who's she exactly?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us.
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clervie is a very special case. Clervie died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clervie is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clervie for a long time.
This confirms that a power that is able to bring back an individual that is dead as a sentient being, but with only memories of a certain time period, is possible in the verse. And that's only at Arlecchino's level. Imagine a higher being.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But Other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clervie to sunlight, they failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple. In Clervie's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this very perception that traps her there.
That's dark, dude.
But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Because in her eyes, it's putting her to rest.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gun, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand the difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
Is this really what you want to do?
We finally have voice acting. Oh my god, it only took... You know how great that was? That was amazing. Can we get more of that, please?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Oof.
Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I gave your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
She's 791, thanks for the tier 1.
You gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
Fultz, you need help.
Lenny!
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh?
Bro is unhinged? Nah, he's just a kid. Kids don't know any better.
Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clervie.
Perry!
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
That kid has no filter, most don't.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret midnight meeting number 3. Participants, Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person.
Oh, what a snitch.
Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
You're also lying.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clervie. We were using all those things Clervie brought up as an excuse to question Father.
The way, bro.
We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
You little... You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Chaplot, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clervie too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Chaplot. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
Chaplot, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
This is where it gets good.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please.
Linny, you... I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Yup, that's how it be.
Wait. Beat Father in a duel?
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Linny.
What you gonna do? You just gonna let the family get squashed like that? Come on, Linny. She's good. She's real good. Oh, bro, I remember this. Oh my god. Dog. Woo.
Did you hear that, Traveler? Linny and the others have to duel the Knave. If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed.
What was the condition?
Are you listening?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior.
Uh-huh.
And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
She's good.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
This is the same crap my pops pulled on me, dude. Oh, man.
Traveler?
Yo. All right. Like to see for myself what the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers can do.
You're asking to join the duel against the Knave?
She's got to make sure the kiddos are ready, man.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Called it. What a great character. Ah. What a great character. What a great character. Holy hell. Alright. I don't have my... Wait. I don't got my actual team. Hold on, wait. Wait, I don't have any artifacts on. Hold on.
Spare your energy. Running is oblivion.
Wait, I don't have artifacts on.
With these rising flames.
I'm about to beat you with Fury no load. Well, she dodges.
I am the cutting edge of fashion.
I'm using Lenny.
Closer now. Now that's more like it. With these rising flames. And voila! Better pace yourself. What pitiful attacks. I thought I taught you better. This is where you, with the fall of darkness.
I should have switched to the team.
Have a taste of purgatory.
Dude.
Now's our chance.
Whoa.
You can't cheat death, you know.
Let my name echo in song. Strike a pose.
Going to back to pause artifacts. Wait, can I do that?
Running
Wait.
is
Can I do that? How do I?
Are you alright?
Huh? How do I change artifacts by going into bag? C? I'm pressing C. It's not working. Fast equip? What do you mean? Exit the menu. No, go into character screen. I can't go into character screen. Leave the menu and press C. I can't, guys. Wait, can I? Wait, what? Wait, huh? I thought you get locked into the fight. Not in Overworld. Oh, does this not count as it? Oh, because it's Overworld story. Interesting. Okay. Well, if that's the case. Confirm. Okay, I'm gonna need... Actually, no, we're gonna keep this. It's you that needs some semblance of artifact, dude. We're gonna take... Oh, hate thems? Yeah, I'm gonna take out hate thems. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. There it is. Never mind. Yeah, no, we're still screwed. Yeah, no. That's what I meant earlier. I was surprised that we could even do that. Yeah, I figured that's not something we could do.
Try to pace yourself. The countdown has begun.
Fiona's like my only character with like some semblance
Spare your
of...
energy. Running is a use. With these rising flames.
Watch out for Father's movements!
Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
I'm gonna have to use Shiori.
Time to shine.
All right, what do we got? What do we got? Phase 2.
Has been seared away. My blade is all that remains.
Step right up. Watch out for Father's movements.
Okay.
Stop that! Lend me a hand. Delicate as silk.
Where you at? Ah!
Now's our chance.
Over here.
Okay, she's dying a little too fast. Hold on.
The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains. You struggle in vain.
Watch out for Father's movements. Look out!
Sunday is only the beginning.
Show on the road.
Dude! Yo! Adam Mexico's hard! That's the boy!
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Yeah, teach him. That's how it be, man.
Oh, I know.
Hey!
I'm sorry, Father!
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Oh. Square up! You better do something.
Father, no!
What you gonna do? Come on. There we go.
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Poison Moon?
It's a good thing we got it on camera. We back. Record or refresh. Refresh. Tell chat to reload, chat. Don't just say we back. Good job.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
She scared the hell out of him. Dude! She scared the hell out of the Traveler.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all.
Called it.
We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Mm-hmm. Just like my pops, man. Boss, this will be on YouTube, right? Yes, it will.
Brother, are you all right?
Lenny.
And yo, Traveler is squared up against some of the toughest individuals, and he was scared. Like, did you, like, not even a little bit. Brother was shaking. Like,
given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed,
punishment
the
still
punishment
stands.
stands.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
Yeah, his reactions to the Crimson Moon, yup. He knows.
However,
I want them to
everyone
expand on it, though,
involved in
because
the
he
duel
clearly knows.
demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination.
Uh-huh.
In light of this, I'm
Called it.
prepared to change the method of execution.
Called it.
Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
The last time we saw the Crimson Moon was 500 years ago. Fair.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away. If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization.
Called it. Called it. It's hard to get out. That's why there's an execution list.
In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
Mm-hmm. That's how it is. That's why I said he made it out. Yep. Makes
Memory
sense.
is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
Why not asking Nahida to wipe the memory seems more easy? Oh, yeah. Why not ask the Archon of Sumeru as the leader, as one of the Fortui Harbingers to, like, help out a ton of operatives that have been doing a ton of secret missions against Teyvat? That seems way easier. 100%. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, just casually stroll over and, you know... Come on, man. Like, huh? What? My understanding of the Knave is right. She really thinks that us killing him. The horror that lived in the House of the Hearth is dead. The one that remains is simply a normal person living out his life with his beloved. Yep.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
I mean, you're dying, but yeah, that's the punishment. That's the rule. Makes sense. Not surprised in the least. We called it. That's why I went quiet earlier and I was just smiling and I was like, I like her a lot. It makes
You
sense.
misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
You're dead. That's it. You've been killed. Like,
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore.
by the way, this is actually really nice of her. This is actually really nice of her. The reason why it's so nice is because on her execution list, they're dead. So what does this mean? They can live a good life. They can live a Fontanian life. They can live an Inazuman life. But the Fatui think they're dead. Dotori can't get their hands on them. It's a new identity. Even if Dotori tried to pry their memories, they'd find nothing. She's giving them freedom. I caught this from a mile away. Like her character a lot. Makes sense.
I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. And bring Linny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
This is what I meant earlier by you can't call her a bad parent, but you can't call her a good parent. She's just a parent. You can debate on both sides. Again, like what I mentioned at the beginning of the quest. If everyone knew like all the things my pops like did raising me and specifically me, the other two didn't have to deal with it as much. Like a lot of people would disagree, but it's also the reason why I was able to survive the way I did in New York City. Otherwise, I'd have my face smashed in every single week while I lived there. Like, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I mean? It's easy to say that, like, oh, it would be nice if it was just caring. And at the end of the day, yeah, they are raising child soldiers, and no, that's not okay in any situation. The alternative isn't the best either. It's like, you know. It ain't gonna be pretty, though.
Father.
They're about to get physically tortured to have their memories burned out like that.
Let's go.
Or move away from a dangerous place like New York. That's privilege if you can get out. You're in a neighborhood like that, must be nice to be able to just afford the money and get out. You're in a...
Thank you.
Like them, there's always a cost that you gotta pay, man. Not everyone's got the resources of the funds to just get out and get away from the people that you're surrounded with.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time.
Salutes.
You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream!
Neither. You died, Clervie. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little! Look, she's done speechless! Oh. Okay then. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me.
God damn it, that's so sad, bro.
Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised.
Yup.
But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, "For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die."
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Iudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past.
Called it. Remember what we said? She did that as a failsafe to make sure their growth was guaranteed. Called that from a mile away. That's the oldest trick in the book. Come on, man. And what's the only way she can guarantee that? For the children of the Hearth. If she was in the political position to be able to do so. As a harbinger, right? Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter.
Yeah.
They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too.
That's gotta... You'll be a great king.
I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight! You know, I used to dream of being a bard. Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what. Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother. It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day. Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like that? Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great. The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles. Oh no, that must have been hard for all of you. What happened next? Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly. All thanks to Detective Paimon, of course. How'd you do that? Come on, tell me. Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Maybe this is the first time she's ever been able to truly relax, but I'm not sure how long this moment can last.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
I was so busy thinking I almost didn't notice the sun has risen.
Clervie, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. to be. Makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clervie. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filial and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero? Father is the real hero.
Yeah.
Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment. No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
That was a peak quest. That might take the throne for number one. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. But I'm a little biased. We have our snazzy plot point. Yes, we do.
Long as
I'm gonna use the restroom real fast. I'll be right back. That was a great quest. That was peak. All around. All around, all around, all around. I want to get coffee with the person that wrote that quest. They are about it. They get it.
the audience thinks that seeing is...
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Bouffe d'été? Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing. Maybe we should go check on them.
Man. What a quest, dude. Nuts. They cooked. They cooked. That was peak. That might be my number one. Little biased. That might be my number one. I'm not gonna lie. Might be the number one. Trying to think. Yeah, I think that takes the cake. That was cinema. Well written, well foreshadowed. That was cinema. Number one for story quest or including an Archon quest? Well, nothing can compete with an Archon quest, in my opinion. Archon quests just have a lot more content, so you can't really compete with it. So I separate them by those categories. Number one, story quest. Character quest.
Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
One Archon quest will have like 6 CGs, which is insane, you know?
Much better.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling all right?
I'm right as rain.
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over.
Mood.
Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Clervie gone? Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
Oh, we bid her farewell under a blanket of sunlight.
I see.
I'm glad.
Hey, Hoyo, you know how you realize that the traveler speaking adds a lot of, like, emotion to the story? You should consider making that a consistent thing. Food for thought. Because clearly you know it's important if you had the traveler speak to Arlecchino in the quest, but you should make that a consistent thing.
Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crucibina and Clervie. Actually, I've met Crucibina before.
Wait, what? You've met the former Knave?
Crucibina died a year after Clervie. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth.
Wait, so is he the kid at the end of her cutscene, maybe?
Crucibina had an extremely cruel.
Oh no, he came in during the middle.
While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating.
Interesting.
When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved.
Yeah, I could have green eyes. Yeah.
Were gone. Crucibina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clervie included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
This means Fremine had to have joined when he was like a child. Like 5 years old. Or 4. Because Arlecchino killed Mother at 16. She was probably dubbed Father a year after that. At most, right? Potentially the same year, but I think there would be a year gap. So like... yeah, I feel like that's right in the timeline. So she's in like her 20s, 30s. Assumedly that she's not a long life species from a different place from Teyvat. Assumedly.
She was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
Yeah, Fremine had to be like 4 or something, I agree. I'm convinced they intentionally make Traveler rarely talk because it will hit very hard in the endgame or something. I'm hoping that we'll get an entire full voice of the Travelers for the last Archon quest with Teyvat. I'm sorry, it doesn't make it feel like it hits harder. It just makes it feel like everything else is missing. As someone that has seen him talk at the end of the Sumeru Archon quest, it was just like, why didn't I get more of that? Is what that felt like. I don't think that's the reason why. I genuinely don't know why they do it. I think it's just the oddest decision. To be honest with you. Every time it happens, it's like, please, why is this not consistent? You know?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it.
Mm-hmm.
The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now.
That was good. Oh, she really like, the foundation of a family should be...
And that's what Father told us in the end.
Right.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crucibina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit.
Haven't slept all night, Yudi? Super Boshi, you should sleep. Rest is important. Honestly, I try to think of a logical reason why wouldn't they do it on the first place, so yeah, that's what I came up with. I don't blame you. It confounds me to this day.
If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Don't think about that.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home.
Got a jet. Sora, have a good one. Thanks for
We may have
vibing.
arguments or times when we feel wronged.
That's truth.
Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
I just invite us back as guests and we'll call it even.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Filio and Nantoy okay?
Red flags.
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently.
They made it out.
They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
Cinema. Peak. 10 out of 10. Favorite story quest. By far. By far. My only complaint, it was predictable. That's it. And that's not fair. That's only because of bias. That's it.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
It was my favorite quest. For one of my favorite characters. And you happen to have my favorite combat, alright? Yeah. My number one favorite story quest. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was really good. Alright, it was really good. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Back to the Neuvillette interaction with that whole analogy they did, I was like, oh, I know exactly what you're doing. You're doing this for the growth of the kids. Got it. Understood. Fail safe. Got it. It's purely from bias. That's it. That's it. That was masterfully written, though. That was really well done. Really, really well done. You know? Exactly. I wouldn't say experience, more like stories I've read, right, Chloe? I made the same mistake of confusing her for who she actually was as I did back in the day for my pops. Very fantastic character. Like her a lot. A lot of respect. I don't agree with all the methods, but damned if you do, damned if you don't. I get it. And I have a lot of respect for it. A lot of respect for it. Like, what a character. Definitely one of my favorites. Definitely. Not only was it like a great isolated storyline, it also like introduced new plot points for the main story that we should look out for, right? It also very easily showed the power gap between her and the above harbingers and the traveler, right? Like, well, very well done. Masterfully written. Brought back the Crimson Moon, right? Built out her character, built out the rest of the House of Hearts characters. Like, overall, just masterfully written. Really well set up, too. You know?